Hello, happy new week. These analyses are coming from Price Action Forex Group. So our first page today to analyze on our weekly market forecast is AUD-GPY. AUD-GPY make a huge drop last week, and on the daily time frame we have an equal yield. So the market went up, came back here again, and couldn't break this high. This high was unable to break. The market dropped down due to the news of the Russian and Ukraine, and going to the 4 hours time frame. Going to the 4 hours time frame, we have this again. So I expect a retracement back to this level next week. Then after the retracement, we go for another drop to the downside to clear up this liquidity. So what we're expecting on AUD-GPY next week is another drop again. And if Russia carry on with the attack on the Ukraine, then we expect JPY to be strong. Likewise, USD to be strong. So we expect JPY to be strong, USD also to be strong. So I expect another huge drop to 87 level based on the daily time frame. The next pair we have on here is NZD-USD. NZD-USD, looking on the daily time frame. This is what we have. We have the 5-way sequence, and this is the impulse. We have the impulse move, and this is the corrective move. Based on the corrective move, we have WSY structure. And if you look using your Fibonacci structure, then we have about 0.618 at this level. And looking at the WXY, we have a WXY whereby we have a ABC, then we have a correction, which is channel, then another drop again. So I expect another drop next week. If you look at the 4-hour time frame, this is a continuation pattern. This shows that there is a continuation. So what we expect is a break from this structure. After a break from this channel, it means that market will continue going down. And according to what is going on right now, so we expect USD to be strong if Russia carry out the attack on Ukraine. So USD will be strong, and I expect this down move to continue up to 0.6230. The next one we have on there is USD card. On USD card, looking at the daily time frame, so market went up, market make this correction down to the downside, then another how to break this high. Price came up to break this high, and another correction to the downside, and this is another impulse move. After this impulse move, there is a channel here, and looking at the channel, we expect a continuation after this impulse move. This is a correction. After this correction, we expect another impulse to the upside here. So for you to have a suitable level to enter into the market next week. So so this is the channel. Price make equal here, and last week when the CPI news was released, price came down to clear the liquidity here. After clearing the liquidity, so price make another impulse move to the downside, then a correction. And looking at this now, looking at this structure, this is a bullish engulfing, which means that from this level, price will continue going to the upside. Price will continue going to the upside to the targets that we have there, and this is the target at 1.2956 will be about that, which is the previous high. So, and this is the channel which gave us an instinct that price will keep going on as a continuation pattern, that price will still will be going up next week. So the next one we have on is we have AUD USD. Based on AUD USD, we have the same structure with NZD USD. We expect same thing on NZD USD. On AUD USD, this is the impulsive move. This is the impulsive move, and this is the correction. So based on what we have here, the correction will keep continuing. And if you look at the using your Fibonacci to calculate the total, this total move, this is about a 0.5 level of the Fibonacci, and this is about 0.618. So I expect price to come down to 0.50 of the Fibonacci, which is the 50% of the Fibonacci next week or in coming weeks. If you look at the H4, if you look at the H4 here, if you look at the H4, we have something. This is what we have here on the H4. So I expect price to break this level. Then after the break of this level, we continue downward. This is impulse move to the downside. This is the first move, which is the impulse move. Then we have correction, another impulse. So I expect price to just, if you go to H1, I expect price to make a little correction. Is either here and then continuation to the downside, or price will just make a little move, then the continuation to the downside to 0.6750, which represent the 50% of the whole impulse move. So this is what we are expecting. Okay, looking at XRPUSD. XRPUSD, I gave this analysis on my channel during the week. I gave this analysis. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive move. Then we have a correction. And what do we expect next? We expect an impulse, and this is the first impulse, which create the breakout, and we expect the wave to. This is the first impulse. This is 1, and this is wave 2. We expect the wave 3 to continue. We have wave 5 again. So this is our first target. We're expecting, which is 1.3888 on XRP USD. If we go to the lower time frame, which is the H4, so this is what we have. And looking at this is the start of the move. And you see now, price break up here. This is price went up. This is the wave 1 and the wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, wave 5, creating an equal high, which means that there is a liquidity and price is coming up there to catch up the liquidity, come down again before continuing going up. So this is the correction, and this correction is 0.382, which means that the impulse move is very strong. Any rejection at 0.382 on after the first impulse move, it means that the price is very strong. The trend to the upside is very strong. So after this rejection at 0. So I expect price to keep going up in a very impulse move to the upside. I expect price to keep going up in a very impulse move to the upside, and this is our stop, which is the starting point, which is the point 0 of the total impulse move. That is where our stop loss is located. So we expect price to keep going up for wave 3. So it's like this. So 1.382 0.618 is 1.3390. So this at least I expect the next stop of this move to be at this level. The next stop of this move to be at this level, which is 1.618 extension. So on our next pair, we have Ethereum. So last week, I gave analysis of the Ethereum on my channel as a forecast of what I'm expecting on the. So there was a channel down after the last impulse. There was a channel down, and this is the channel. You have a channel down, which signifies that price is going on a downtrend, and price broke the downtrend channel and came back here to make a retest. To make a retest at this level, which is similar as the buy level, and we have our stop here. So what I'm expecting next week is price to keep going up after retesting the wall of this channel. Then I expect price to keep going up. I expect price, and my target is the previous high, which is 4857. That is my nice target. And we have here is US oil. So in this US oil, I gave the analysis last week on the daily time frame. We have this short pattern. And what do we expect here after this short pattern? This is the first rejection, the second rejection. This is the first rejection. This is the second rejection. This is the second rejection. This is the third rejection. And we are expecting a rejection here. But for which to know that the rejection is real, so what do we expect now? We make use of this trend line. And after making use of this trend line, this will validate our analysis. So I expect, what do I expect here? I expect the first move to break this structure. The first move to break this structure and create a break of structure at this level. At this 88.56, a break of structure at this 88 of, then I expect a retracement, which will be our wave 2, then continuation to the downside. This is what I expect. This is what I expect. Break of this trend line, which signal then that the buyers are weak in the market, then a retracement back to the upside, then continuation of this move. So this is what I expect on US oil on a lower time frame next week, and I'm going to see. But if price don't break this and continue going up, we won't sell US oil. It won't be a sell until price break this level and create a BOS at 88.56. Then after this break of this structure, and which signify the first wave to the downside, which break the trend line, then we will wait for market to retrace back, and we will take our trade at 0.618 or 0.50 or 0.78 for the continuation to the downside. Then next we have Eurds GBP. Eurds GBP on our daily time frame. On our daily time frame, Eurds GBP, this is what we have on our daily time frame. We have this on our daily time frame, this channel, a downward channel. The channel keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. So this last week, there were when they released the EBC news, the price came down to clear up this liquidity. There is a liquidity here. Can you see equal? This equal price came down to clear up the equal. Then after the equal, price shoots up, which this represents a impulsive move. This is the impulsive move. Price creates this impulsive move. Then we expect the retracement, and I expect this retracement to come down to this level. To this level, 0.8322, or price to come down to this equal level, this liquidity level, price to level. Then after this, I expect price to continue going up. Number one, to hit the first target, and this, which is our previous high after the creation of the BOS. Then after price break out of this channel, I expect price to stop. Looking at our daily time frame, I expect price to stop here. I expect price to stop because there is a level here. There is a level here. So I expect price to stop at this level, at this supply level. So I expect price to stop at this supply level, at this level. If price, this liquidity, if price break through this, all this line, all this resistance, I expect price to clear up all this resistance and stop, make the first stop at this level, a significant stop at this level, which is 85.57 on the chart. So this is what I expect from GBP, Euro GBP in the coming weeks, or perhaps before the end of the month. Euro USD. On Euro USD, looking at this, this is a demand level. So after this demand level, after the EBC news, which is the interest rate move, the price shoot up, which is the impulse move, and there was a correction. And this is the correction, a correction down back to this demand level. Correction back to this demand level. So I expect price to keep going up to break this high in this coming week. I expect price to break this high with about almost 300 pips. I expect price to move up again to break this high, because if the attack was carried on Ukraine, when USD is very strong, the NZD and AUD, both of them will be very weak in the market. So I expect price to keep going up. On US 30, here we have US 30. And this is the structure I have on my US 30. So next week, price went up, creates the first move, second move, third move. Then price went up again, break this level. So after breaking this level, what do I expect from the price is going to the lower time frame. I expect price to come back to this. I expect price to retrace back to this demand level, supply level, sorry. I expect price to retrace back to this supply level on H4, a significant supply level. This is it, a significant supply level on H4. Then after the supply level, this place will be a drop, please drop. This significant supply level, so I expect price to retrace back to this level, then continue going down to this demand level. If you look at the daily time frame, this level mark also signifies the level here. So I expect price to come down to this level before going up again. And if price is going to go down, our target will be from this level to this. And we count all these move as retracement. As a retracement, and our first target will be here after getting to the market at this 33,837. So this will be our level that we'll be looking at. And the last one is US 500 or XP 500. Looking at the daily time frame, can you say price break this long impulse move? Price break the long impulse move, and what do we expect? We expect a correction. we expect a correction. And if you look at the daily time framework, price break this significant demand level, and after breaking the level, price went up, which I signify as the P. Price went up again, creating an equal here. So this is the first impulse. This is the correction. A and B is going on. So I expect price to grab this liquidity, which signifies that price is still going up again. This signifies that price is still going up again up to this level. And this is a Quasimodo level here. We have our Quasimodo level here. We have our Quasimodo level here. So I expect price to come up again, to come after this retracement, to hit a significant level at this level, which is 4352. Then price should go up again to grab this liquidity, which is this equal. Then after grabbing the equal, price will keep going down. This serves as the, after the first impulse move, this whole structure here will serve as a correction. This whole structure will serve as a correction. This will serve as a whole correction back again after the first impulse move, which break the impulse move to the upside. Then this will serve as the correction. Then after the correction, we will go down again for another impulsive move. So I expect price to come down to this level. If you look at H4, so there is a base here. So I expect price to come down to this level, and again, then after this, I expect price to go up to grab the liquidity here. To grab the liquidity here. Then after hitting the Quasimodo level, then I expect price to keep going down for the third move, because I count this move as the impulsive move, which is the second move, a corrective move, sorry. After this impulsive move, then I count this as the corrective move before price will keep going down again. So this is what I have for the weekly market forecast. So thank you guys. Like and subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more information, and you can also join our Telegram group, and the link will be dropped below. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful week ahead, and may the peace be with you all.